Good morning, Junior 5 students. I am Ms. Fatma Abdelraouf Hamadnallah, and I will be teaching you science this year. I hope you enjoy studying with me. In the last video, we mentioned that physical and chemical changes can occur to matter, especially when it mixes with other matter. Okay? When two types of matter mix through a physical method, they form a mixture. However, when they combine through a chemical reaction, they form a compound. Today, let's talk about mixtures. Mixtures are formed by the mixing or combining of different types of matter, right? These can include solids, liquids, and gases, which can mix together to form various types of mixtures. Okay? So, there are many types of mixtures. 1. When solid materials mix together, like sand and rocks. 2. When solid and liquid materials mix together, like salty water. 3. When gaseous materials mix together, like air. But the components in a mixture of gases are difficult to see without special equipment. Okay? Here is an important question. What happens if you mix an amount of apple juice with an amount of orange juice? A mixture of apple juice and orange juice is formed, which don't combine chemically, and both apple juice and orange juice keep their taste and properties as they combine physically, okay? Most things in our life are known as mixtures, but there are also other things known as compounds. There are important differences between them. The materials in a mixture do not combine chemically, and mixing them does not change them into a new substance. For example, a mixture of jelly beans. Okay? But the materials in a compound combine chemically to form a completely new substance. For example, the compound NaCl, salt. Okay? Now, let's talk about the components of some mixtures. In some mixtures, the components can be seen with the naked eye, such as a mixture of nuts. However, in other mixtures, the components cannot be seen with the naked eye, such as air, okay? Now, let's talk about the properties of mixtures. 1. A mixture consists of two or more materials. 2. All the materials that form a mixture do not combine chemically. They combine physically and do not react with each other. For example, the mixture of salty water consists of salt and water, which do not react chemically but are simply physically combined. 3. Each material in a mixture keeps its original properties, which you can use to identify it. For example, sugar does not lose its sweetness when it is dissolved in water. In a fruit salad, you can easily identify each type of fruit in the mixture. The last thing we need to know about mixtures is separating mixtures. The substances that form a mixture can be physically separated from each other using simple methods, such as 1. Filtration, by using a filter. 2. Evaporation, by heating the mixture. Let's discuss a filtration method. A filter can be used to separate a mixture. Why? Because one material in the mixture has smaller particles than the particles of the other material. For example, Separating sand from a mixture of sand and water. When the mixture passes through the filter, the smaller particles, like water, pass through the filter, while the larger particles, like sand, are trapped. B. Evaporation. Evaporation can be used to separate materials that evaporate at different temperatures. For example, separating the salt from a mixture of salty water. As the mixture heats up, the water will evaporate, leaving the salt behind in the beaker. Okay? Finally, you need to know that many people around the world can't access fresh water, even though about 70% of Earth's surface is covered by oceans. But why can't we drink ocean water? Because ocean water is a mixture of water, salt, minerals, living organisms, and dead organisms, which makes it unsuitable for drinking. Okay? So, people try to benefit from different methods to separate mixtures, as we can use the desalination process to make ocean water drinkable. What is the meaning of desalination process? It is the process of removing salt from water. Okay, how do we separate fresh, drinkable water from a mixture of ocean water? The desalination process involves many steps. 1. Filtration. It removes any large materials, such as seaweed, shells, and fish. But water, salts, minerals, and gases would pass through filters that make water still undrinkable. 2. Evaporation. When boiling the filtered water, water vapor rises up, leaving salts and other minerals. 3. By cooling the water vapor, it is turned into liquid water, and it is safe to drink it. 4. The remained water, which contains a very big amount of salt, is pumped back to the oceans after the desalination process. But there are some problems with the desalination process, such as 1. It requires a lot of energy. 2. It is a very expensive process. 3. It may lead to environmental problems, such as small marine organisms being harmed due to the water being sucked into the desalination plants. Okay? Finally, here are some notes about that. 1. Drinking salt water makes the human body dehydrate faster, meaning that the body loses water more quickly. 2. Egypt has over 80 desalination plants. Okay? That is all we have for this concept, which is the last one for this term. Good luck!